call. Thank you for coming in today. My name's Emma. I'm one of the counsellors here at the Neighbourhood Centre. Just before we get started, I just want to go over the privacy and confidentiality agreement with you. So it basically just states that whatever you and I talk about stays here, stays between you and I. I'm not going to go and talk to my colleagues about it. Stays between us unless I believe that you are of an immediate risk to yourself or to somebody else, then I would have to take action. But as of now, everything just stays between us, so you don't have to worry about that going anywhere. Is that okay?
Yeah, that sounds good.
It's good. Okay, what's brought you in today?
I really just don't know where else to turn at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess I have a gambling problem.
Okay.
And because of that gambling problem, I'm currently homeless. I have nowhere to stay.
Okay.
I was staying with my brother and my sister-in-law, but they've had it with me. It was one time too many not paying my way, and
Okay.
yeah, so they kicked me out. They said like they're done with me, and I don't really blame them.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm homeless, which really scares me because I owe people money.
Is this as a result of the gambling?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
always borrowing money to keep gambling. And yeah, I'm just worried because like I'm very vulnerable on the street.
Okay.
So if someone drives past and they recognise me,
Okay.
yeah, I don't have a car, I don't have anywhere to stay.
So whereabouts have you been sleeping?
Been sleeping rough on the beach.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so the money issues are pretty overwhelming. I've taken all the loans from Centrelink that I can. And yeah, there's no more money available there. I've borrowed from family and never paid them back, so no one will loan me any money anymore. Yeah, so I don't know really what to do, basically. Yeah.
Well, it's good that you've come in. It's really good that you've come in because, you know, you've made the first step into wanting to get help, and sometimes that can be the scariest part, but
yeah.
you know, we can help you get through this. It's going to take a little bit of time. It's not going to happen overnight, but we can do some things to help you get back on your feet. Okay?
Yeah.
So just as we are going along, I'm just going to do a risk assessment for you. It'll be able to give me a better view of whereabouts on that risk spectrum you land, so that I can give you the proper assistance that you need to be able to get to where you need to be. Is that okay?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yep.
Okay, I'm just going to ask you some questions. So what are you hoping to achieve, and what outcomes are you expecting from coming into counselling?
Yeah, I'd really like some help staying safe and having somewhere to stay, really. That's kind of why I've come in, I guess, because I don't know what else to do, really.
Yeah, no, that's okay. As far as the gambling is concerned, is there an outcome that you're hoping to achieve there? Is that something that you're wanting to change?
Yeah. It's basically taken over my entire life.
Okay.
There's not really a pull to speak of anymore. It's just the gambling addiction, really.
Okay.
So I guess if that doesn't change, then
yeah. Okay. No problem. I'm just going to put this down here as well. And I think as far as owing people money because of the gambling, where is the end result for that? What would you like to see happen as far as being able to pay people back?
Yeah, I'd like to pay back my debts for sure.
Okay. So I think maybe we could look into getting you into an employment agency or something like that to be able to get some work going to be able to do those things?
Yeah, that would really help.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Alright. Now, is there someone that referred you to come and see me? Or was it just something that you...
I just got up this morning and knew I had to do something and just came in.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it was just a self-referral?
Yeah.
You know, it's a very brave thing to do, especially when you're at the point of where you're at. I know that going to see someone that you don't know and, letting everything out before you go and do it can feel quite embarrassing. And so I have to commend you on that. It's a very brave thing to do, and you should feel proud of the fact that you've made this first step. This is the first step that you've made on your way to recovery, and that's a really, really good thing. You should be proud of yourself, okay?
Cool.
Don't put too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
We're going to get through this. It's going to be okay. Okay. So have you been to a counsellor before about any of this? Are you seeing a doctor at the moment?
No, I have a GP, but I haven't seen him in a long time.
Okay, you haven't seen him? That's
Yeah.
okay. Okay. What we might do is I really would love to get you to go and see your doctor. If you don't want to call and make the appointment, I can make the appointment for you to go and see him this afternoon. We can get someone to take you down there. I think it's important just to get a checkup, considering you haven't been at home for a few days. We need to make sure that you're okay. Physically and things like that. Is that okay?
Yeah. And if you could call, that'd be good. I don't
that
have
would
a
be
phone or
amazing.
anything,
No
so-
worries. That's okay. Okay. So I just want to go over the presenting issues together, just so that we can both be on the same page as far as moving forward is concerned.
Yep.
So we've got your gambling addiction, homelessness, and that people are looking for you that you owe money to.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you can think of as far as the presenting issues are concerned, or do you think that's a good place to start?
That covers it. I
That
mean,
covers
really,
it?
everything comes from a gambling problem. So yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
okay, not a problem. Now, the key background and historical factors. So, I think it's safe to say that you being asked to leave your brother and sister-in-law's house because of not being able to pay rent because of the gambling is probably the key factor in which all of this fell apart.
Yeah,
Would you
definitely.
say so?
Yeah, if that hadn't happened, I probably wouldn't be here. So
Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
that's okay. There's no judgment. I'm just trying to make sure that I've got all of the right information so that we can give you the best treatment that we can, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is the risk assessment. So I'm just going to ask you some questions and we're going to rate them on this chart here.
Okay.
So you're gambling. What's the likelihood of it happening again? So we have almost certain, likely, possible, unlikely, or rare.
Almost certain.
Almost certain.
I can't
Okay.
stop.
That's okay. So the homelessness, now that is something that I can help you with. Here at the neighbourhood centre we do have rooms here that are available. We can put you in one of those rooms. You can have a hot meal, you can have a shower. We can organise for you to stay here for a few days until you get back on your feet and we sort out what our next move is going to be with you.
Yeah.
Is that something that
Oh, definitely.
you're okay with?
Yeah, that'd
Yep.
be great. Yeah.
So, as far as the gambling addiction with the homelessness, I think, would you say it's safe to say that if you were to keep gambling, you being homeless is going to continue?
Yeah.
Do you think that's likely?
I can't see how. Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Now, the people that are looking for you, that you owe money to, that's something that's going to continue until we can find you some work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty. It's almost certain. Would you say?
Yeah.
Yep, that's okay. No problem. So, with these presenting issues and the chart, right now you're sitting at a pretty extreme level as far as risk is concerned.
Okay.
So, given the fact that you are at extreme risk, there are a few things that I have to do immediately to lower that.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, giving you a place to stay and getting you to go to your GP this afternoon, that's a big step.
Okay.
So, you don't have to worry about anyone coming here to try and find you. Anyone that comes here has to sign in. They have to tell us why they're here. They have to tell us who they're wanting to see. And I will put a note in your chart that anyone who comes in asking for you, they don't come in.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Cool.
so you don't have to worry about these people trying to find you. We will keep you safe.
Okay.
What I'm also going to do is I'm going to book you an appointment to go and see someone from Gamblers Anonymous. You have to do this part because of the high risk. This is something that you will need to do. So I'm going to organise that for after your doctor's appointment this afternoon. Someone from here will escort you over there and they will escort you back. You don't have to worry about finding your way there and finding your way back.
Okay.
But these are the actions that I'm going to take with you so that we can start this ball rolling and we can lower that risk a little bit. Does that make sense? Is that something that you're comfortable with?
Yeah. That sounds. Yeah, like something I have to do. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Gamblers Anonymous, it's a great support system. It's a great support system from people that, you know, not only are going through it but have overcome it as well. You know, you can get some great advice and it's a great way to connect with people on that same level. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to develop like a specific risk management plan in conjunction with these things that we're going to do. So everything that you need to do to be able to meet the requirements that we need you to do for us to be able to help you, it's all going to be written down on paper. So we both will know exactly what's going on and then we can move on from there to take the steps that we need to get the help that you need, okay?
Okay, all right.
So I think that you would really benefit some more from counselling sessions. There's a few different techniques that we can use to be able to help you get there. But I think if it's okay with you, I want to have another appointment with you tomorrow after you've seen the doctor, after you've gone to Gamblers Anonymous, just so that we can recap and see how you're feeling after going and doing those things. Does that sound okay for you?
That sounds good, yeah.
Sounds good? Okay, no worries. Well, what I'll do is after here, I'll take you over to one of the rooms. You can settle in, have a nice hot shower. We'll get you some food and then I'll go ahead and make those appointments for you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, no worries. Well, thank you for coming and seeing me and we'll get you sorted. It's going to be okay.
Thanks, Emma.
No worries.